3, 4.
Once upon a time, in a country just like this one, there was a lovely village. And there, deep in the woods, lived Snot, the unemployed jester. Snot was unemployed, and he had no job. One day, Snot saw an ad. Earlier that very day, way on the other side of the village, in their fancy castle, the king and the queen sat bored. The king said,
You know, we need a jester.
The king elaborated.
My brother Chas has one. It's a non-stop party in his castle all the time.
Am I funny? Do you really like me?
The queen agreed.
Yes, we must have a jester.
She picked up the phone.
I'd like to place an ad. Wanted one jester. Must be funny, talented, and delightful. Begin tonight. Follow the alphabet to the castle.
The fact that Snot had never been to the castle before, or that he hadn't seen the alphabet before, was of no matter to Snot, since he loved adventure more than anything. It was a lovely day. Snot was thrilled to see the A. Snot easily found the B in full bloom. Snot got himself quite stuck in the C. From the center of the D, the E and the F looked like twins. Meanwhile, back at the castle, excitement was building as they were cleaning and scrubbing and delivering and all manner of getting ready for tonight's huge banquet. In the forest, Snot thought the G was quite grand, and the H and the I were simply friendly. Snot had to hide in the J because the K was much too crowded, which led to a long chat with the L, and he lost all track of time. Meanwhile, back at the castle, things were sure heating up. There was much ado with cooking and arranging and decorating and baking and hustling and bustling and... Meanwhile, back at the alphabet, the M was really big and the N was even bigger. The O was surprisingly great fun. Snot climbed the P and stood on the Q just to see what was on the R. The S had an excellent swing. Just for practice, Snot balanced the T on his nose. Sitting on the U, Snot felt like a king. The V was an obviously perfect fit. The W was wild and wacky, and Snot loved looking at it. Almost missed the X because it was so itty-bitty. But he found it. Snot tried to fit in the Y, but it was uncomfortable. At last, from high atop the Z, Snot could see the castle, so full of life and excitement. He turned back and looked at the alphabet. He'd had a great time with the letters. Snot turned again and saw, could it be? There in the distance. Yes, it is. The number 1. And 2 and 3 and on, stretching into infinity. Snot felt a jolt of excitement. He had to see them. And there he goes, off on another adventure. Not seeming to care at all that Snot was unemployed, and he had no job.